All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get started here with example 2. I did explain yesterday how we do have a formula in this case for vertex form, and it's as follows: y equals a times x minus an h squared plus a k, where in this case our vertex is the point h and k. All right. So in this case, guys, whenever we want to go ahead and graph an equation, especially when in vertex form, we do want to go ahead and first identify the vertex. And the vertex is actually given to us in the equation. This here represents h, that represents k. Only thing special here about the vertex and the equation is that h actually represents the opposite. In this case, because this here is a -2, it's actually not going to be a -2, but a +2 there. And the k in this case stays the same. So we found our vertex. Now, in order for us to graph, we do have to find another point. And in this case, guys, I am just saying one more point because if I have another third point, I actually already know what the answer is for that one. In this case, guys, I'm going to go ahead and create a table here. Let's go ahead and create a table. And in this case, guys, we have x and y. So we have, in this case, in between or in the middle of our table here, I'm going to go ahead and write my vertex. Now, in this case, guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and look for two numbers, one that comes before and after 2. But in this case, the numbers that I'm looking for should be the same distance away from 2. So in this case, I am going to choose a 1 and a 3. I could have also chosen a 0 and a 4. Because once again, they share the same distance from the vertex, which in this case is 2, 6. So in this case, guys, I already have my x values. Now, goal in this case is for us to find our y. Now, in order for us to find y, we do have to do substitution. But going back to being the same distance, once again, the distance between 1 and 2 is 1, and the distance between 2 and 3 is also 1. So because both of these numbers, the 1 and the 3, are the same distance away from the vertex, their y value is going to be the same. And we're going to go ahead and prove that right now. So first off, I want to go ahead and solve this here by substitution. So I'm actually going to make x equal to 1. And I'm going to substitute it into my original equation here. So I have y equals 4 times x minus 2 squared minus 6. Now, in this case, guys, wherever we see an x, we're actually going to substitute it with the 1. So let me just erase that and substitute it for a 1. All right, and we have y equals 4 times 1 minus the 2 in this case, guys, is going to be a -1 squared. Now, in this case, guys, this is order of operations, so we just did parentheses. Our next step is to do exponents. Notice in this case, guys, the exponent is only affecting the -1, not the 4, not the 6, only the -1. So in this case, -1 squared is actually going to be 1 because it's -1 times a -1, +1. Now, from there, I'm going to go ahead and do multiplication. Parentheses always mean multiplication, so 4 times 1 is 4, minus a 6. In this case, guys, final step is 4 minus 6, which is going to give us a -2. So what they're telling us in this case, guys, is that when x is equal to 1, y is equal to -2. Now, I did say that these here, the 1 and the 3, we're going to have the same y value. And let's go ahead and test that. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring out my calculator here and then type it into the equation here. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and type my equation. But instead of writing a 1, I'm going to go ahead and write a 3. So it's 4 parentheses 3 minus a 2, close parentheses squared, minus 6. And in this case, guys, our result here is -2, which is exactly the same result we had here. So in this case, like I said, guys, it's the same solution. So from here, guys, all we have to do is graph. So I'm going to go ahead and just move this to the side so I can graph it